on to my Aquarius. So you have the Eight of Cups, the Eight of Swords, Four of Wands, Queen of Cups, King of Wands, the Devil, okay, the Death card, Ten of Wands, the Eight of Pentacles, and the High Priestess. So the Eight of Cups, You remember that person I was telling you that represented the Six of Cups? Remember that person? Yeah, well, they're still hung up over you, okay? And they are definitely angry at themselves that they did not keep you, Aquarius, around because of their own arrogance and stupidity. They know that they done messed up. The Eight of Cups is you walking off, not taking the nonsense that they gave to you at the very beginning for face value and just accepting it for what it is, right? And not doing anything about it. The Eight of Swords, them now feeling like they have no way out of their life because this life that they've created for themselves is very much so like that. It's self-inflicted. You know, when it comes to people who play games, it is very much so self-inflicted, where they have a very difficult time getting out of the very same corner that they painted themselves into, because they're so caught up with, trying to find out if a person can give them some sort of security or something like this, to the point where they don't really ever realize that while they're doing that, they're really ultimately doing themselves a disservice. Because instead of them worry about if a person is going to run game on them, they really should be worried about, dating for the sake of getting their own life together and just paying very close attention to if someone is playing games with them by knowing the game. And then if they come to find out they are, just leave them alone. But the Four of Wands, make no mistake, if you were to go back to these people that represents this Six of Cups, these people who tried to come back, they would most definitely take you back. It would be like a blessing. They would, you know what I mean? Like they would be exalted so high. It's like they wouldn't even be on planet Earth right now. You know what I mean? That's how high off of you wanting to be with them. That's how much validation you would give them. But the Queen of Cups and and the King of Wands is about how a lot of you Aquarius have to, like I said, y'all had to keep it moving. You have to. A lot of you had to keep it moving because obviously, like I said before in my past reading, they had their chance. They legitimately had their chance, and they didn't want to respect the fact that they had their chance. What did they do? They spent so much time trying to ridicule y'all, play games, and people really don't take into consideration to seriously chill out and come off of this huge ego until they not with anybody. Because believe it or not, most people are actually not with anybody. And if you don't believe me, think about it. How many people do you know are actually in a functional relationship where, yeah, it's not perfect, but it's good for them and it's working for them? How many people you know? Not many. You know why? You know why it's not many? Because most people are just single. And see, this is the game. To those charlatans, they'll have you convinced that, like I said, there's something wrong with you because of the fact that you're single. When in actuality, most people are just single. Why? Because there's two sides. People who are running game and, three sides. People who are running game, people who haven't fixed their emotional baggage yet, but they're going through something, and people who are more healed than compared to others. Because you'll never be 100% healed, but more healed compared to others. But it's so good to the point where it's very hard to be in a relationship with them because it requires a great deal of a person getting over their own emotional issues. And a lot of people, not saying even most at this point, because that may not even necessarily be true, but a lot of people are not necessarily really willing to actually do the work to get over their own past emotional baggage problems. What they'll do is they'll try to like put it in one corner or sweep it up underneath the rug like like lint. You know what I mean? Dirt and all that type, debris and all that other type of stuff. So the devil, that's the catch-22 in the whole thing, Aquarius. That's the catch in the whole thing. That a lot of you Aquarius are still doing your thing, enjoying yourselves, speaking to others, right? And not allowing anything or anyone to hold you back, while this person is super attached to you from the past. And it, like I said before, it's obsessive. It's like, oh, why? You know what I mean? It really is it's stalkerish. You know what I mean? They just caught up with needing to have you in their life because, like I said before, you are their light. You are their guiding light, regardless of if it's light or dark light. Same, you know what I mean? We're not even gonna get into that. But you are their light. You were their way out of the dysfunction. So you're on a pedestal to them. But the thing about it is that they can't wake up and realize that if they wanted you, they have to do the work. Because maybe you would reconsider them again, Aquarius, if, excuse me if I called you Pisces. I don't think I did. But things would work between you and them. Or maybe you would consider them, Aquarius, if these people were functional, productive members of society, where it wasn't like a leech or parasite when it comes to interacting with them, but they actually gave more than what it is that they essentially received. And if they did that, and it came from a real place of enlightenment, then you may consider hanging out with them. But at this current point in time and level, no, you can't hang out with them. Why? Because if you were to get back together with them, they would never let you leave the relationship. There's been FBI shows about that, about how you had a stalker ex that did everything they can to get your attention, even so much as keying up your car and destroying property to get the attention. And then when a person either had fun with them, if you catch my drift, or they hung out with them, the stalker would think that the two of them are getting back together. And guess what that would mean? Now the stalker makes an even bigger claim to how much time the person that in their eyes are the perfect person wants. So they would try to take an even bigger priority in a person's life unnaturally, instead of actually just trying to do it the correct way, from the perspective of the two of you grow together, and of course the two of you will become greater priorities over time. So you know what happened if you get back together with these people, Aquarius? Put down all the people that you're talking to and getting to know. For these people, they would not let you leave. You understand what I'm saying? You would have an issue on your hands. And then you have the death card and the 10 of Wands. That's the type of issue that you would have. Anyway, the death card and the 10 of Wands represent. So yeah, so you Aquarius know what it is. Because maybe they may be letting you know that. But as of right now, you Aquarius are still talking to other people. You're still enjoying yourselves. You're still having fun. Some of you may be catching flights. Still, the Eight of Pentacles, and you deserve all of this because you worked for it. You went out there and you got it. You made and remodeled your life the way that you want to. You have mobility. You have plenty of mobility, which is number 5, upward mobility. Just make sure that you have spirituality, health, family, parents, and dwelling as well. Well, I'm pretty sure, because for the most part, all of the Aquarius that I know, you know what I mean, just on a personal level, my father, the Aquarius that I know, y'all don't really have messy living spaces, you know, messy residences. A lot of y'all, you know, keep y'all stuff clean, almost to the point of like, you know what I mean, like almost to the point of over clean. So I can't really knock on y'all too much for that. Other than that, though, the High Priestess represents, you will continue to have people who are paying attention to you, exes, right? Of course, they're going to continue to pay attention, but also this is a means for how it is also too. This means that a lot of you Aquarius should be quiet about your move-abouts. So if you Aquarius are taking flights a lot, if you Aquarius are enjoying your life, meeting a lot of different people, you may want to not walk the people that you're knowing, or I should say, let's put it out there. You may not want to be seen with the people that you are dating often, because there's a chance that the person from the past could very much so be paying attention to or spying on, not saying that they're going to do anything, but the type of people that you're bringing around. Because stalking happens more than you would think. I've been stalked for 10 years now plus by different people. And like I said last year, right? During the summertime, there's a time where I was talking to this person, and the person that I used to hang out with darted out from behind and just started walking just like that. And I'm like, why is this person here? Like, how did this person know that I was here? Stalking. So you want to minimize that problem, and how you do that, my dear Aquarius, is by making sure that the people that you are bringing around, they know the area enough to where it looks like when they're coming up to your apartment, they're going to your house, they're doing it by themselves, so that when the person who's stalking you potentially isn't paying attention to whom you're bringing around with you. You want to make sure that the people, you don't always be seen with them, so that way it looks like, oh, okay, this is a someone that doesn't know you until they pull up to your house or until they pull up to your apartment, right? And if you're living in an apartment, how would they know that until they follow you up to that, up that elevator to that apartment? So it makes things a little bit more discreet if these people aren't necessarily seen with you, right? Trust me, that'll help. Have you done that? No, I've never had to. To the degree. But have I done that? Yeah, I've done that. But I've never done that to the degree, because they usually would just stay out. The people who would be stalking me, right, in a general sense. Now, I'm not saying that all of them congregate all at once, but I mean, like, the people who would be stalking me in a general sense, they would sit in the front of the building and just kind of wait to see who comes outside. And then if I didn't come outside, they would essentially come up. So let's clarify some of these cards here. Let's clarify the Eight of Pentacles. Let's clarify the Eight of Pentacles. The Ace of Wands, Fool, Ace of Swords, King of Cups. Right. So to clarify the Eight of Pentacles. So the Ace of Wands, the Fool, represents, again, you just really want to make sure that you're able to keep yourself as quiet as possible. You don't want to draw too much attention. You do have stalkers around. You do have people who are spying on your stuff. If you have social media and they know what your social media is, they are most definitely checking your page to see if you have any kind of social, or I should say, what you've got going on. If it, not only if you have social media, but what is the whereabouts of what's been going on in your life, what's, keeping themselves up to date. So just keep that in mind. The Ace of Wands and the Fool. Don't be having the people that you hang out with start posting stuff all over the place, because you know how people like to make all these Instagram and relationship couples and all this type of stuff. The Ace of Swords and the King of Cups also is about how you need to also be very mindful about just kind of being seen with these people, just too much. But the Ace of Swords and the King of Cups represents, just when it comes to dating those people, though, just take it slow, manage your emotions, as I'm sure you will, just pay attention to how you're enjoying the time, right? A relationship is two people chasing after each other, right? So allow them to chase you. You do some chasing to them, and it's reciprocal, right? And build with them that way. Don't worry about these people who are dysfunctional and trying to get your attention and are all over the place. So that's all. That's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. I'm trying to make my YouTube channel grow to 10,000 subscribers by the end of June. As of right now, we have 6,714 subscribers. Smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, hit the notification bell, set the notification bell to all, so you can be notified whenever I drop my videos. And if this reading brought you value, if you found value within this reading, then it means it's time for you to come get a personal reading from me. There's a link in the comment section called a link tree. Click on it. It will redirect you to a website, which has the ways you can financially support me, as well as my Instagram page, right? Follow me there. The books that I have that on Amazon, go ahead, buy any of those books. Give it some ratings too, give it some reviews too, so that way people can see that this is a legitimate purchase from Amazon, right? Give it some reviews. Also too, you have my clothing store, okay? And like I said before, for the private tarot reading thing, if you need help setting up a private read, you can feel free to contact me on my Instagram page, or you can email me at Kareemspiritworks@yahoo.com. Peace.